So let's do some painting using simple techniques. This is about various techniques I have mentioned here: simple wash, wet on wet, and glazing. Simple wash is basically wet on dry, wet on dry method. So what we will do here is we will make a single consistency paint using water and color, which will become like a puddle of color. Hope you can see this. Now when this puddle is ready, this is the puddle. Now this puddle is ready. We don't have to go back to the water, just put the color in the area you want to paint. See, I am not going back to the water. I am not touching water or making the brush wet with water. This brush is already wet here, and what we are doing is whatever color consistency we have here, painting it. So here a circle is ready. Now in the same way, let's use some other color. I would be using crimson lake. It's of camel watercolors what I am using. Most of my colors are of camel. Again the same method we will follow. We will again make a puddle of color, and we will use this consistency color and paint it. Here again we don't have to go back to water and make the consistency, dilute the consistency. It's not necessary to keep adding water when you are painting in one consistency. So this will also give us single grade wash. So what we did here is simple wash, wet on wet, and single grade wash, same thing. So now the same method we will follow for wet on wet. Wet on wet, what we will do is, we have already made the consistency of a color, so we will wet the area. This particular area we will wet it wherever we want to paint. We will wet the area in the middle of the circle so that the outline won't get disturbed. Now I will again use the same puddle. I am using the same puddle here again of blue, and I am started adding the color. So you will observe that wherever there is a water, and I am touching the brush, the water will absorb the color and it will become wet on wet technique. So it's wet on wet, simple. Wash technique. Now again this is wet on wet, single grade. Now I will show you how gradation happens here in wash. So okay, what we will do is we will wet the area here. And I am keeping the little dry area at the top. So when I will take the color, I will start my wash over here. Now this is how gradation will happen. I will wash my brush and let the color flow till end. Let me tell the book here, and here you will see some gradation happening from top to bottom. So this is called darkest to lightest. Now this is again wet on wet. I will show you. We will use two colors here. I am again wetting this area. We have two colors, blue, which is cobalt blue, and crimson. So I have already taken blue here, and I'm just touching my brush over here to let the color flow. In half of the triangle. So once upper half is painted, we will paint the lower half of the triangle. So wherever the color is wet, the triangle is wet, color will flow with it. See the wet on wet. This is how wet on wet two colors can be mixed on your object. So the last thing is glazing. Glazing is again the same simple wash technique we will use. I will here painting the half of the color circle blue in color. And I will do some gradation over here by washing the brush. I will wash the brush, let the wipe the border. I will soften the border, soften the edges. This will give you a sphere kind of shape, the blue color. To let this circle dry, then I will show you the glazing part on the circle. In the same way, we will paint the square. Now our glazing side is dry now. So what we will do again, we will use this contrast color puddle and add this color in the lighter area, and you will see that once this color come in contact with blue, it will change the in the same way. Here we have used the blue, so let the lighter area be crimson. And once it comes in the contact with blue, it will turn into darker shade. Now here we had used crimson, so I will add blue in it. And once the blue comes in the contact with crimson, you will observe the color becoming darker. So here we have seen the simple wet on dry technique, wet on wet, how gradation happens when we change the consistency of color. Then this is the glazing. Once the darker color gets dried, we add the other color, and that change the color here. So this is the first part of my session, and hope you liked it. You can always like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.